friends, and welcome back to AmandaMuse. Today I'm going to be getting ready. I am going into Toronto this evening. It's a work thing, but also a social thing. I'll be having dinner with a friend. So I thought we could do a Q&A while I'm getting ready, switch it up a bit. And if you're looking at my hands going, what is up with this girl? I have half press-ons, half not. I couldn't quite commit, but I think I'm going to go for it because it's kind of fun. I never, like, are you kidding me? I'm a busy mom. Do you think I can manage nails like this? Heck no, but it's kind of fun. Why not, right? And if you're wondering where I got them, because I mean, they're so awesome. I was at Claire's with my daughter, and I'm apparently 14 years old, so I bought press-on nails. Hello, handsome. It's a pantless man in my room. He's 2 and he's real cute. You want some pants? Would you like some pants? Okay, we're gonna get some pants, and then we'll be right back. Can you say hi real quick?
Hi.
Hi. You busy today?
I want to wear the skeleton shirt.
Skeleton shirt. Oh. Okay, we're gonna get a skeleton shirt and then I'll be back. Just a minute. Yeah, so first thing I'm gonna do is just prep my face. I'm gonna take a little Bioderma on a cotton pad. Hopefully my nails don't distract you too much because they're distracting me. It's like I can function and do everything, can't do a damn thing, but they're cute, right? So what is beauty? No pain, no gain. I just got this yesterday. This is from the health food store, and it is some sort of lovely face moisturizer. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that. It smells heavenly. Like, I'm not even kidding. It smells like a Hawaiian tropic. Oh, I guess it contains coconut water. That would make sense. Okay, so while that's setting in, I'm gonna take a little bit of Batiste. I washed my hair maybe, this is dry shampoo, like 2 days ago. So what I often do, my mirror is here by the way, I just kind of part somewhere, not down the middle necessarily. Spray, okay, and then I part somewhere else, spray, and then I part in the back. I just kind of go around the crown. My hair is not very oily right now, and it doesn't tend to get too oily. It's more for just volume, you know, and just gets like, so I'm gonna let that sit for a bit and then I will play with it. First question comes from Samantha McKenzie, and she was wondering if I could talk about the Vega protein drink that I'd had because it don't taste that good, and she was wondering how to work around the flavor. So what I do is, I have tried a few of them. I don't love like chocolate and vanilla flavors of anything really, like it's gotta be like real chocolate, then I'll like it. So what I do is I take the berry Vega, which I think you can get these smoothie packages, or you can go with the big berry container. Just go small, try it. My combo, my winning combination is a cup of orange juice, some ice cubes, and like half a banana just to sweeten it up. But the nice thing about Vega 1 is it's full of greens, and I really struggle with getting in the right amount of fruit and veg in my day, can be perfectly honest. So I love that. Give it a try. Because this is just a casual night, I'm just basically trying to look alive. This is my favorite primer, little hourglass primer. I take like a pump and I go in the areas that require priming. So smooth out that skin, smooth it out. Also, I have a giant cold sore. I'll deal with that in a minute. Got these polysporin patches. I'm gonna put one on shortly. Just, it's kind of, it sits on the skin, so I would like to do my foundation before I put that on. So there, I've dampened the beauty blender. It's ready to go. And I'm going to actually start heating up my flat iron, because I'm just gonna give it a little bit of wave. This is a NUME. Bought this a little while ago. It heats up to 450, but it scares me. I always put it down to 390. Okay, so let that do its thing. And I legit have to leave the house in like half an hour, so what time is it? 40 minutes, I gotta go. Next question, since I'm looking at it. Jessica Talley wanted to know, how did you know when you were ready for baby number 2? Did you just get the baby itch, or was there a timing? So I sort of never have planned anything in my life. Like, my life has just happened. Obviously, I've pushed it in direction, but I never wrote down on a timeline, gonna be married by 22. Like, no, which I didn't get married at 22, but anyways, I've never had a timeline. However, in my mind, I was like, when Esme's 18 months old, I feel like that would be a good time to start trying. That's what I've had in my head. Not even kidding you, I fell pregnant when Esme was 18 months old. So that was kind of the only time anything's ever really gone according to plan. Always knew I wanted 2 kids at least, so I just knew. So when you know, you'll know. That said, you're never quite prepared. Also, by the time your firstborn hits 3, you are not going to want to have another one. I'm just saying. 3 is hard. But you know what? When you know. But if everyone's bugging you, tell them to bugger off. Alright, so I'm going to go with a little purple. I love Tarte, so I'm using this palette, which is the Rainforest After Dark. And it looks like this. Lots of fun little colors. So it has like a light pink. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just taking this kind of light color, that one, and just kind of blending in the edges a bit. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this dark purple color, like so, and go on the edges. Blend that baby out. Courtney wanted to know if I see myself staying put in this house. Kind of. I love this house. I don't want to go anywhere necessarily. However, like I might want a bigger house because right now the kids are little, and so we can get away with a smaller house, like it's like a story and a half, right? So we can totally get away with that. However, that looks crazy. But however, as the kids get older, they're gonna want more space. So at least the next couple of years, that's the plan. All right, take another fluffy brush. I'm gonna go with that lighter purple, the one that's like sparkly, lighter, you know. Hi! What's shaking, bacon? Your girl looks cray. Let's blend that out a little bit. You know it's really hard to do your makeup on camera? Can I be totally honest with you? Alright, so I know this looks a little crazy because I still have to wipe away like all the fallout, but I'm taking my MAC Fix Plus semi-flat brush. I'm just going to spray it, dampen it a bit. Then I'm going to go into my Naked palette and take, you know, that one right there that I quite like. What's it called? Sidecar. Push, push. Something about this when you do this, and then you just kind of like push it onto the eye, and it gives it like a foiled look. I could be just making up terms here, but I like the effect. It makes it like extra sparkly, and I like sparkly things. Cotton pad, da 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 da. So a good question came in from Sarah. Wanted to know about solo parenting and how, let me just get that out from underneath there, and how I basically survive it when I'm by myself, because that happens, right? Sometimes my husband travels. Using Rainforest of the Sea from Tarte, or whatever this is called, yeah. And my color is Fair Light Natural. So how I do it, honestly, is I pace myself. Let's be real. Anytime you've got to be by yourself with your kids, especially if you are working from home or just trying to maintain sanity, it's all about sections of the day. So I legit think about it like, okay, I'm gonna do this for an hour, and I'm gonna do that for an hour, and then there's lunch, and then we're gonna chill for an hour, and then we're gonna play a game. And we do things like, my aunt gave me a really good tip once. She was like, do things that are out of the ordinary that you wouldn't normally do. Like maybe you have a picnic in front of the TV that night for dinner, you know, or maybe you all sleep in the living room or something, or maybe everybody sleeps in mom's bed that night. Like, I think it's fun to do things out of the ordinary, because your kids are going to feel off kilter because there's a parent away for an extended period of time. So you may as well just try to have fun with it and pace yourself. That's it. Don't take on too much. Get the groceries done before your partner goes away, so you are like good to go. And I like to plan visits with people if I can. I like to go to the movies. Like, try to do things, like I said, that are totally out of the normal, and then you'll feel like, yes, you feel good. And then if you can, try to reward yourself when it's done. Like, plan a dinner with a girlfriend, or a date with your husband, or a movie by yourself. You know what I mean? So that's my tip there. Next, I'm going to conceal, also with Rainforest of the Sea, and this is in Light. Quite like this foundation combo, by the way. Kimberly Garcia wanted to know if I'd ever experienced mom shaming for having had a C-section. Truthfully, no. But honestly, yes. And you know from who? This girl right here. I struggled with my own birth story. I struggled because I felt like it was out of my control, and I just thought I didn't do what I should have done, and my body failed me, and how could that have happened, and I didn't technically give birth. Girl has some problems. And if you go back and watch my labor story with Esme, you'll see it was rather traumatic. I was by myself because in Malaysia, because it was an emergency C-section in the hospital that I was at, my husband couldn't come in the room with me. I could cry just thinking about that. That was pretty intense. Love my doctor, thank God, and the team that he worked with to get Esme out. They were incredible, but Anyways, so no, I never have. I try to surround myself by good people, and I think also when people meet me, because I'm not confident in all areas of my life. However, fake it till you make it a little bit, and I think I give off an air that, how do I say this nicely, like, I don't give a fuck, really. So kind of don't give people the space or the opportunity to make me feel bad about anything, kind of. Like, if you give people a window, if they can find an in, they'll use it, especially if they're a bit, you know, crazy. So yeah, that's my take on it. But if you do feel like, if you do feel low, because it happens, and somebody makes you feel bad, get them out of your life. Toxicity, stand up for who you are, and if you don't like confrontation, just leave the situation, you know? Okay, I'm looking a little white, so let's get some color back in my life. I'm gonna put a little bit of bronzer. Also, this is what I love about these little palettes, is you've gotta have everything there. I'm just gonna go in the area. So Sadie Leader wanted to know 3 things that I'm looking forward to in the new year. First thing, my Facebook show. I'm really excited about it. Did you hear about my new Facebook show? I'm doing a thing every Tuesday at 2 o'clock on Facebook, super cash. It's called Sit Down Mom, where we get to have real live conversations with real moms, whether they're social media moms or regular people that I just know that are regular moms, but it's exciting and it's super fun, and I just started it last week, and there's another one on Tuesday, so Facebook, 2 o'clock. The second thing is that I'm actually looking to do a live YouTube thing. So that's exciting to me. And I think I'm just excited about my work in general. And the final thing is, it's like me. I feel like it's the year of Amanda. I'm going on a trip in May to a conference for bloggers and vloggers called Mom2. And I am so excited. I'm going child-free with people that I love to hang out with, like friends of mine in the industry. I'm so excited. Are you kidding me? So and then I think I'm going to VidCon in June. So I'm just like, this is the year. This is gonna be my year, people. I've stopped breastfeeding, and that was a difficult thing for me to like come to terms with, that I was done. But now that I am, I'm just like, girl, freedom! Like, I'm so excited right now. Bras that don't snap. Mind you, I miss my old boobs, but what are you gonna do? I've switched up my eyebrow routine a little bit, so I brush them out, spoolie, okay? And then I take an angled brush, angled brush, and a little MAC, it's actually an eyeshadow palette. It's actually an eyeshadow in Coquette, okay, like that, which is a very nice taupey color, and according to the makeup artist who did this on me originally, blends with a lot of people's eyebrows. And then I just do one of these. Now I gotta look in the mirror, guys. I can't scrub the eyebrows. Eyebrows are very important. Yamara Ku Shah wanted to know what my favorite book was. Now, I used to be a very avid reader ever since I was young. Loved reading. Opening up a whole new world every time you read something. Oh, I just loved it. But the book that probably impacted me, one of the books that impacted me the most, was from Paulo Coelho. Now forgive me if I'm saying his name wrong, but I loved his books. Oh my god, I was just eating them up there 10 years ago probably. But The Pilgrimage, really just something resonated with me with that book. One of you guys had asked about Dean's experience with P90. So I did P90, not the X version, just the regular version, like 2 years ago, and I lost a bunch of weight, like just to get back to what my normal body weight was. It was also like just about a year postpartum, so my body was ready for the work, you know. Now Dean started it with me, but we were going through a little bit of a stressful time in the sense because he was looking for work, so he was more distracted. Then he had to go to Dubai, then we got the stomach flu. All these things kind of came up that hindered his success in a way. So he has not achieved the same success. I think he lost like 10 pounds, but then I don't think anything further from that. But he does it every now and then as like a nice workout from home. It's a really good option if you're looking for a home workout. This year I want to leave the house to do stuff because I work from home, I parent from home, I'm always at home. I need to leave. So I'm going to be doing some yoga, taking up some yoga. I think I'm going to do like get like one of those stamp cards, and there's a place in my neighborhood, and I'm just going to start going. I like group activities. I also need to chill out this year. I'm not chilling enough. I used to be like a professional chiller. Not anymore. I'm always thinking about stuff. So, yeah, anyway. There we go. A little Fix Plus. So fun. It's like my favorite part. Ooh, okay, so that's done. I got about 10 minutes here. Let's do the hair real quick. So you had all that dry shampoo, right? So I'm just gonna, so just basically rubbing out all that shampoo. Brush it, add a little wave, guts to go. Reagan Cole had a question about sleeping with her child, and I'll paraphrase here because I'm doing a multitasking, but you know, about co-sleeping, and she's getting pressured from people saying that she's spoiling her child. I just want to say that honestly, you can't spoil your child. Co-sleeping may not be the norm in North America, but I can say that in most cultures, maybe not most, but in a lot of cultures around the world, co-sleeping is very normal. So a lot of Asian cultures, it's like, it's not a big deal, okay? Just think about it. When you were a kid, I was very afraid of the dark, like most children. And if I had been able to sleep in with my mom, I think, oh God, I would have been less afraid about a lot of stuff. So you can't spoil your kid, is what I'm trying to get at. So don't worry about it, okay? I got a little bit of wave going all the way around. I tried to do them all going away from me. Oh, my makeup is done. Highlighter, all this stuff. And I have to put on my little fake nails here. I'm going to let that cool. For lips, I'm just going to wear, I think, a gloss because I've got this nasty canker sore. Gross. I got this little Pantene air spray. Seems to work well. The last question is from Samantha Fortes, and she was wondering, what inspired me to become a minimalist? Now, I will say this, and have I been that way my whole life? I will say this, I'm going to apply these nails here. I wouldn't say that I am a minimalist yet. I'm an aspiring minimalist. I still have a lot of crap sitting around my house that my husband would tell you, girl, you ain't no minimalist. Like, yeah, if Dean had his way, I'd have one outfit and like one pair of shoes and one thing of mascara. Like, but that's not realistic. So I don't deprive myself of stuff, but honestly, when I go to buy things, I'm like, do I need that for real? And what inspired me is, honestly, I have said this before, but I have sold everything I own twice now. When I was living in Vancouver, I sold everything to move overseas, and then when I was overseas, I sold everything again to move back to Canada. And you know what? That takes its toll on a person. And I think you also start to appreciate like what matters, and you have some things, like I have this jacket. I posted a photo recently where I'm in this wool jacket. It's red checkered, it's smiling like a goof. You know it's a legit smile when you can see my top gums. I mean, I like to smile. But that jacket means a lot to me because it was my grandpa's. And, you know, sorry, my neighbor just walked outside. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just casually filming a video in my bathroom. But it was my grandpa's, and it's not something that, I don't have my grandpa around anymore, and I miss him terribly. And it's those types of things that are meaningful now. And also, I just think that, when you find yourself, you can't, there's always clutter and there's always stuff to put away. Well, guess what? If you had less stuff, it'd be easier to clean your damn house. And that's how I feel. And I think you come into this world with nothing and you leave with nothing material. So refocus, reprioritize, I mean, does this Get Ready With Me get any more real life? Girl is pushing on nails. Like what? Okay, I'm gonna finish the hair, get dressed, and that's it. I'm ready. Hair's done. Finished look. You can see, I'm sure, it's just very messy and volume. And I'm wearing a little blazer with shirt that's all just a t-shirt. There you go. And some denim jeans with black socks. I'm gonna wear little black booties, and that is it. Thanks a lot for getting ready with me. This is fun. I hope I answered your question. Oh, and look, and I even got the nails, the press-on nails. I did it. Who am I? Oh my god. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of lip gloss, and Robert's your mother's brother. Do you know what I'm saying? So thanks so much for watching. Thank you for asking your questions, and follow me on Facebook. Be sure to tune in for my Facebook show. That's going to be on Tuesday at 2 if you're a Facebook user. Keep it real. Please subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified, and I will see you in my next video here on YouTube on Wednesday. Bye guys.